Okay, so I've been putting this video off for a very long time. I meant to do it as soon as I got back from the CPPL Nationals, but with the way school and work ended up being, I just didn't get an opportunity. So without further ado, here's the HK Army Shredder cleat review. So here's the cleat. Now, first off, I want to say that it's an extremely good cleat. Previous to using that, I had been using baseball cleats for the outdoor and indoor soccer cleats for indoor. And they were fine. The indoor for the soccer cleats was pretty tough because they were quite slippery. But the baseball was actually quite good on the actual grass. I just want to make a note that I haven't actually used these on the outdoor field yet. Just because it was winter and everything, I only got an opportunity to use them indoors. The biggest thing with these is when I used them at the CPPL Nationals, they had a Nylex flooring there. So it's an extremely thin layer of Nylex, and then it was concrete underneath. If anybody from the CPPL is watching this, please change this, because first of all, it's extremely slippery as soon as it starts getting paint on it, and second of all, as long as you slip, which everyone will, you're going to hurt yourself unless you're padded up well, because that concrete is right there and it's thin. Anyways, so these cleats actually performed quite well on the Nylex, and you can see, I don't know if you can see this, but there's still Nylex stuck in the cleat. That means that these cleats were digging into the Nylex so well that they were actually ripping it up. It was still inevitable that everyone was going to be slipping on that stuff because it was definitely the most slippery surface I've ever played on. One other thing here, when walking on different surfaces, these cleats are still extremely comfortable. With baseball cleats, if you're walking on cement or concrete or anything like that, it's going to still be a little bit slippery because the spikes are so big. With these, it's actually quite level here, and you don't really notice a difference from any other shoe when you're walking on surfaces such as concrete or cement. The one downside to these, I find, is the laces. No matter how tight I tied them or how many knots I put in them, they were always coming undone as soon as they started getting paint on them. So if you buy these, be sure to swap out your laces, because honestly the ones you get with them suck. And when I was ordering them, I talked to Mark from HK Army, and he told me that they fit a bit small. So if you wear a size 12 shoe, you'll want to get a size 12 and a half shredder. If you wear a size 10, you might want to get a 10 and a half or an 11 shredder. So he said they fit similar to Nikes in the way that they're quite narrow on the sides. Other than that, it's an extremely good cleat. Works well on indoor surfaces, and I'll be sure to test them out extremely well this summer at Canadian Paintball. And yeah, go check them out online. My personal preference for cleats now. Thanks everybody. And one more thing that I want to say is good luck to Liberty University in the NCPA College Championships this weekend. Go Flames!